Ah, wow, bad belle people everywhere. Honestly, like I said in one of my videos, I don't know why of all the occupations in this world, it is the occupation of, enemies of progress. I don't know why some people decide to say that is the only occupation they will have. Because, you see, what has happened to Queen Naomi regarding this children fund fair is something that is very, very unprecedented, is shocking, is unbelievable. Because, just like we said, we reported in our last video that the venue has been disrupted by hoodlums or whatever. Now we have other information that are coming out, as to the exact reason why that event had to be called off. And I can assure you that, look, this is the handiwork of bad belly people. I tell you, nothing more than that. Now, the what we are gathering right now is that actually the estimation that Queen Ami had, for the Children Fun Fair was for it was a gathering of about 5,000 people, and that was why the first place was much smaller. It was a place that could accommodate that numbers of people and a little more. But when that vandalization happened at the first venue, okay, and they moved it down to this Islamic high school. The estimate was still like they're expecting like 5,000 people or maybe a little more. But what happened now is that, okay, several thousands of people, turned up, overwhelming the facility available. And the team of Queen Naomi's, the Queen of Teen Naomi, including her uncle and close family members, they're definitely overwhelmed. Okay. I agree that at this time, Queen Naomi was still in the hotel. She hasn't come, but the team were on ground. Okay. But according to the report, the instead of the 5,000 or 5,000 plus people, what they saw was a mammoth crowd coming from all corners. Because the report said that 2, 3 days prior to this today, that a lot of women and children had come all the way from neighboring states like Kwara, Ogun, Lagos, Akure, that's Ondo State, her own state, okay? And the report even went further to say a lot of people have been sleeping around the venues, waiting for this day to come, okay? And this has always been the yearly ritual, even in other places where she had done it. Don't forget that she has been advertising this fun fair for a very long time now. So a lot of people have really, really adequately prepared for this. Okay. So according to the story, a lot of people had been sleeping around for days, just to be part of this event. Okay. You all agree with me that Queen Naomi is well loved by a lot of people all over the country, in fact, worldwide. So it is not surprising that this time, possibly or just maybe, Queen Naomi must have underestimated her popularity. And that is why the surging crowd became uncontrollable, as it is being reported. Okay. And the story further went that, okay, a lot of pregnant women, came around. A lot of people, it got to a point when the gate was even locked. People started scaling the fences, the fence, they locked the place, but people started scaling the fence because people just want to catch a glimpse of our dear Queen Naomi. A lot of people also need support, different interventions, how to just scale the fence. And there was this report that some pregnant women attempted to do that, and they suffered a serious fatality in the process. There was even this one that was told that a young woman had a baby strapped in her back, and she was attempting to scale that fence. It looks like the wrapper that she was using to hold the baby got hooked to the barbed wire or something, and the wrapper, the baby now fell, and unfortunately, I have to say this here, but that is what they said happened. The baby died instantly, and that report came. Then there were other reports of two or three other cases of severe fatality on the ground because of the stampede. It got so big to the point that not even the Amatekos that were available could curtail the situation. It was a surging crowd from what they said. So, according to the story, they said that the MC, of the event, one popular Iriomi, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that name well. I think it's Yomi. I think Iriyomi. They said is a popular MC in the Ibadan metropolis. Okay, that he too was not spared. That the hoodlums, haven't heard of the level of fatality, the casualty that has already happened. They said the hoodlums used that opportunity to descend on the Iriyomi, that is the MC, and gave him the beating of his life, and they beat him to stupor until he allegedly passed out. According to the story, they said he was rushed to the hospital, and as we make this story, the report went further to say he might be on drips, okay, allegedly. Okay, so with all this avalanche of fatalities, casualties all over the place, at this point, we gather that, according to the story, we gather that upon hearing this level of fatality, and the fact that the hoodlum seems to have hijacked the entire process, Queen Naomi, after consulting with her uncle and her team from her hotel base, because she was still in the hotel at that time, that they had to immediately, de-escalate the tension by canceling the event. Unfortunately, you heard me well. They have to cancel it, because what are they going to be doing when there are already such level of fatality or casualty? What would they be doing there? So, regardless of the food that has been cooked, we heard that enough food was already prepared because people have been on ground for days. Enough food, enough gift items. Yours sincerely reported the trailer loads of children gift items. So the stores were, filled to the brim. But with this confusion that happened, they said the whole place was in total disarray, and the only way to de-escalate the issue from snowballing into an uncontrollable mayhem, Queen Naomi had to call off the event. Unfortunately, that is the sad thing. This is the summary and the authentic thing that happened. Okay. However, at the root of all this is the news of possible infiltration of these hoodlums who are purportedly said to be hired by Auntie Igby and her cohorts. You heard me well. That is the rumor that is coming out allegedly at this time, that this whole thing is not just happening for happening's sake. They are already pointing fingers at Auntie Igby and her cohorts. That this has the trademark of Auntie Igby in all of this. So this is what the rumor is saying at this moment. Like I always say, I don't live with Queen Naomi. I don't live in the palace. I wasn't even physically at this event, but you sincerely had people on ground, who were, giving us live updates. Okay, so for this very news, I can tell you, take it to the bank. Okay, you may not get this from any other place, but you can take this to the bank. So this is the summary of what happened, and like I said, unfortunately, that ended the show. So what it means is the plenty food, the plenty drinks, the loads and loads of children item, the gift items, this money, the millions that Queen Naomi must have spent in putting this together has just gone down the drain, just like that. But again, what a tragedy! What a tragedy! But again, like I will always say, Queen Naomi has the capacity, to to overcome situations like this. She has seen situations worse than this in her lifetime, and this will not be the first time she's going to overcome situations like this. So I want to believe that, being a woman of that high level of grace, she will be able to overcome this tragedy. Thank God her uncle is still with her. Thank God KBC is already in touch with her. And I know that KBC is going to do something about this drama in the palace with these Ife wives. I want to believe that this is one situation that has gone too far. So I'm calling on our dear KBC. That is, if this story, as it is being reported, is true, I want to call on our dear KBC to look into this whole situation. Okay, because our dear Queen Naomi has suffered too much. What is going on now, is asking for too much. Okay, so I'm going to leave this story right here, but I'm going to leave you with some of the further videos from that unfortunate situation. Okay, so feel free to leave your comments. Feel free to tell us what you feel about this story. We'll be waiting to hear from you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to see you soon. God bless you. Bye bye.